everyone, thank you for joining me, Wendy Anderson, justbe.me. So, as those of you that have watched my videos before, the Just Me part is just tales about what I'm going through, about what I'm learning in the Ascension in this moment in time. And what's been coming up recently, which is interesting, is C1, which is the vertebrae right at the top. So you've got one, then you've got two. That seems to be coming up periodically in people, myself. Even a pony that I was treating the other day was picking this up. And I'll tell you the tale behind it. C2. Also, as well, if you are experiencing symptoms that are very much in the sacral area, so kidneys, adrenals, you may feel like your batteries have just literally been yanked out, that you just feel exhausted, tired, something's off, something's not quite right. Trust that something isn't right, something is off. So your body may be in a flight, fight, fear reaction. So a slight allergic reaction, which means when we're in a slightly allergic reaction, circulatory system constricts, vascular system constricts, there's no available vitamins and minerals circulating around. So if you've got an injury or a wound or something that you need healing, it's not going to happen as long as you are in this fear, flight or fight response. So you may also experience tingling down one leg, or just like a heaviness or a stiffness just at the bottom of the spine as well. So you may be feeling it in the teeth as well. So teeth may be a little bit sensitive at this time. So if you are feeling this, then you may be on a certain life path with certain learnings. And the learning is about the emotion of fear and shame. So fear of judgment and learning about shame. So what I've noticed is a fear, flight or fight reaction can come through one of your five senses. And your five senses are linked to the C2 vertebrae. So if the C2 vertebrae is coming up, you've probably got a fear, flight or fight reaction as well, and your adrenals are going to come up, and your kidneys are going to come up, even maybe your urinary system coming up. So a slight water infection could be coming up as well. You may be comfort eating as well. You may be gaining weight in this pictured scenario. So this learning life lesson, and again, you know, the body is keeping score all the time. The body is always giving you the truth. It's always telling you the truth. The mind will just talk bullshit all day long and be like, no, fine, no, positive my way of thinking out this, all is well, no, it's you know, and I'll just I'll go on a diet, or you know, just something like that. But what you may be doing as well is enter into program behavior of turning up for others in the way that others want you to turn up, in order for you to feel safe to fit into that peg hole. This is the time to not fit in. This is a time to be unique. This is a time to be you. Do it your way, Frank Sinatra way. Don't do it their way, because if you do that, what's happening is, if you're in a fear, flight or fight response because you've got a fear of judgment, and the fear of judgment is, if you're an empathic person, you will, and they've done experiments of this as well with dogs and other animals, that you'll always go to the left hand side of somebody's face and you'll be reading their language down the left hand side first, and then you'll scan the rest of the face. And what you're actually doing as an empath is reading that person's facial language and body language to see where they're at emotionally, to see whether you feel safe or not. So if you subconsciously are reading the face empathically and you're picking up judgment, anger, resentment in that person's face, the trigger might be, that's on me. I'm taking the blame for that. that I've done something wrong, therefore I must be a wrong 'un, therefore I am unworthy, then this links to the emotions of shame, where you feel like a bad person. Guilt is when, you're assessing if you've done something wrong, and that's your conscious. Should I have done that? Shame isn't that. Shame is when you are feeling like you are a wrong person all the time. You are unworthy. You don't deserve to be well. You don't deserve healing. You don't deserve a good life. You don't deserve to manifest. Let's let go of this bullshit program now. You are so loved. Let me give you, so I am wanting to speak to each individual that may be feeling this right now. Remember, a reminder, no matter what you are doing, you are loved. If you say no, you are loved. If you say yes, you are loved. To others, that is. If you do their bidding, you are loved. If you don't do others' bidding, you are loved. You are not a wrong 'un. You're not a bad one. Never were, never have been. It's bullshit. It's the bullshit program that we've lived in for Okay, no, it's not a wrong program. We've just experienced it to learn from it. And if you've been experiencing this to learn from it, how can I be in existence, the alchemist, and create its duality? No shame. Return to innocence. And the return to innocence is the mindset. Do you know what? No matter what I do, I am loved. I am loved by my creator, which is Father, Mother, all day long. I am loved. I am loved by the universe. I am loved. When you change this mindset of fuck you with your judgments about what I'm doing, you judge yourself. You are the only person we should be judging right now is ourselves. But if you've got these symptoms, you will be a person that is highly critical because you've learned to criticise. Bring your cheerleader out. Any small win that you've got right now, like I've got out of bed today. I've done something that I've actually enjoyed doing today. So your bloods will be a little bit off as well, and your iron levels will be low. So this is a really big program in the body, a really big program. And it was really interesting that a pony was feeling the same way as well. And again, it was coming up in the pony sacral and C2. So whether the pony is picking it up from another human being, yes, because they are highly empathic as well, or whether this has happened in the pony's experience. No, actually this was a program the pony was actually alchemizing for. Was it for me? No. Was it for somebody else the pony has been interacting with? No. Was it another pony the pony was interacting with? Interesting. So the other pony was had an experience of being judged for its behaviour. So then it was carrying certain symptoms. So the other one in empathy was carrying the other. So can you see how those of you out there as well are the alchemists? So those of you that the empathic alchemists. So if you've been judged, say, by a parent, a mother, a father, and you know that look as soon as you see them and greet them. You know that look of, disdain, disgust, you're no good, you've done something wrong, you were wrong and you're a bad one. And eventually that erodes the truth of return to innocence. You're neither good nor bad. You're just a human having a human life experience. And what you do on this planet is up to you. I always live by my personal law is to not harm self or another, but do as I wish. Now, if others judge as I am doing that I wish, like I'm here now, and it's kind of like, I know there's some friends and they're weeding in the garden to make it look pretty again. I kinesiologied my higher self. Do I want to go weeding, or do I want to go on a bike ride with my husband? And then I tested, do I actually want to paint my nails? It said no to the weeding. It said no to going on a bike ride with my husband. And my body wanted just some self-love, just some colour, and to paint my nails. So it's interesting, but I was doing the weeding to help with the person, Am I gaining affirmation and love from that other person doing something that I actually didn't really want to do? And I know that my husband wanted me to go for a ride with him. Am I just turning up for a love and affirmation because that's what my husband wants to do? And I know, and I have to be comfortable with that certain people that wanted me to weed with them, I'm going to get that face of judgment, disdain. You're a wrong 'un for choosing not to do this with us. My husband, you're a wrong 'un. I had to go on my own. I'm all bent out of shape, and that face. I'm going to read that later. I'm going to read that everywhere later. So my role, how to play it as an alchemist and creator now is, I see your disdain, I see your disgust, I see your judgment. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. I return to innocence, the no shame game. I know that I am loved regardless, whatever, if I paint my nails, whatever. I'm loved. I'm loved if I weed, I'm loved if I ride, I'm loved if I paint. I'm loved. End of. But what does my body want to do? Energetically. What fills my cup? Wasn't the weeding, wasn't the riding. The thing that was filling my cup was staying here watching a chick flick and painting my nails. Who'd have thunk? So that's what I needed to do today to alchemize this program. I know I'm going to be facing judgment. Can I be okay with it? Can I love, accept and forgive myself and be okay with it? Whereas before I wasn't aware of this program and I just locked it away in my subconsciousness, it was creating a fear, flight or fight response. No good for me because I'm not going to get vitamins and minerals to keep my body upright and my enzymes working and everything else. So what's serving me is painting my nails. Can you see where I'm going with this? So again, if you're in this programmed response of fear of judgment of others, you'll turn up to do things for others. You'll turn up to do everything that everyone else wants you to do. But subconsciously you're going, I don't really want to do this. But your mind, I'm sat there and I'd got these 3 choices. And I'm like, my mind doesn't really know what to do, what's for the best. Do I want to wait? I kind of don't know. I'm undecided. And this is the point as well. If you're in this program, decision making is going to be really difficult if you've got a fear of judgment. Again, if decision making is really difficult, you'll feel it in your teeth. Your teeth will start to get sensitive. Even one of your wisdom tooth might start to grumble and get swollen and maybe even infected. So there's somebody in your life, it could be a parent, it could be even a child, maybe even a grown-up child. It could be anyone in your life, sibling, somebody at work, anyone, and you're triggered as heck by this person. And it's because when you see them, they've always got this look on the face, the judgment. You're a wrong 'un, you're a bad un, and so we're mirroring it with each other. And they'll probably be feeling shame about something else that they feel like somebody else wants them to turn up in the capacity that they can, or they're not prepared to do, or subconsciously they don't want to do. It's not good for the body, it's not good for them, it's not good for their energy, and they're feeling shame because they're not turning up in the way that. So can you see where this inner conflict begins? And this inner conflict is reflected in the conflicts of the planet. Everything is relational. Everything we do is symbolic of everything we are. Even just the way we wash up, even the way we fold the clothing after washing it, the way we prepare a meal, it's reflective as to what is going on within. Do we have discernment about preparing the meal, or do we just eat any old shit? Because that as well is discernment in relationships. Do I have discernment about who I spend my time with, or do I just spend time with, I don't want to use any old shit, because that's judgment in itself, But people who have got, that look of, oh, you decided to turn up. Oh, you don't see me very often. Oh, you don't do this. Oh, you don't do that. Anything that you're doing, they'll make wrong and they're right. So that's a sign as well of a person who may be really triggering you. You're always going to be in the wrong. You're never going to be in the right. They're always going to be in the right. And again, you know, this person will feel so triggering, but it could be a person in your life as well that you love so much because they've got a label of, you know, mother, father, son, daughter, brother, sister. You know, you've been with them maybe the whole of your life, or it could be a partner, could be a husband, could be a wife. And you know, you think, well, I love them. Now, think back to what an abused person would say. I can't leave the situation, one, because I love them, or it could be a scenario of, I feel I can't leave this situation because they've literally manipulated the situation so much that they make the person believe that there is no chance of survival on their own, either financially, shelter, warmth, food, basic needs. So if you're in any of these belief systems, drop me a line even on my website, just be the letter, just be me, justbe.me. Can't even, I don't have my website address. Justbe.me. Drop me a note even. Because you may as well be at the point where you may be feeling that low that potentially you're having suicidal thoughts as well. Because you're feeling like a wrong un. Can't do anything right, can't do anything good, everything's falling to shit. No matter what I do, somebody's going to be in disagreement with it. That is... It's powerful. Don't let anyone demean you. Don't let anyone dull your light. Don't allow it. If you can be in the energy of enough, awesome, great, gather that. Thyroid may be coming up as well. So if your thyroid's coming up, you know you've still got a fear of judgment. Speak openly, speak honestly. It may be a no. And you can do it in a nice way. It's kind of like, I'm not available to do that right now. I can't do that right now for you. Or, you know, to be honest, I do kinesiology. My body's saying no right now. You know, that's my that's my get out clause to people, because they know that's I would ask my body first. So they know that there's no judgment in it. It's not that I don't love them. It's like my body's just saying no to them. So they kind of find it easier to accept in that way. And again, if you've got abandonment programs within as well, you'll not want to feel like you're abandoning another program, another person, because you know what it feels like to be abandoned. But this is the time to be authentic. If you're getting the ick, no. If you're tired, no. Regenerate those cells, regenerate the body, and the energy of the planet as well is kind of like supporting the release of these programs. So in other words, more light is coming in order for you to really feel it, to really heal it. So feel into how you are feeling right now. And again, kind of, if you're suicidal and you've got these sorts of really low self-esteem and feeling really, really low, there are things that you can do. Do something new, learn something new. The last thing you'll want to do is go out and talk to people. You'll feel antisocial because that look, that judgment look, you just be waiting it from people. So you'll just avoid people, so you'll isolate, so your hands will start to come up as well in isolation. So this is a really, really big program, and I hope this speaks to you. Narcissistic relationship you're going to have probably as well. So somebody in your life is a narcissist, and again, a narcissist will always be right, you'll always be wrong. They don't have any self-awareness skills, whereas you'll have loads. You know, you'll be constantly kind of like, did I do this right, did I do that right? It's, you know, the self-critic will be there every second of your day, and you'll have learned not to bring the cheerleader out for small wins in your life, because you were never given that opportunity as a child to celebrate any of your wins, because every single one of your wins will have been down to that narcissist and the input that they put in. So you will have learned never to celebrate yourself. But the reason why we experience abusive relationships, the dualistic aspect of it when you're an alchemist, is to celebrate oneself. So today, celebrate yourself for just something small. And it could even be, do you know what, I'm going to do 3 seconds of breath work. You know, I'm going to take just 3 deep breaths. And do you know what, I'm going to celebrate that I put that input into me. I'm going to celebrate that. So I'm doing my breath work and I'm going to celebrate me. You may think, I'll try a 15-minute meditation. Celebrate yourself after sitting down in that silence, because sitting down in that silence with yourself, it's really, really hard to do when you're in this program as well. So feel you. So if anything else comes up, I will share with you. I hope there is some practical help there as well. If you are feeling suicidal, there are many places that you can reach out to. Do you have a friend that you can reach out to that you can trust? Even a stranger, you know, strangers, because it's confidential. They're not going to tell any of your friends, family or anything else. You can literally just talk to a stranger. They're not close to it. There are, you know, plenty of help lines available. Just treat yourself with utter kindness right now. Any allergies? I release all allergies, fear, flight or fight responses now. They're not serving me or allowing me to move forward in this life. If I see the face of judgment now, I will feel it in my body. I will know what's going on. I'm feeling shame. Okay, I accept, love and forgive myself, even though I am feeling shame. And that's wholeheartedly, completely, entirely love, forgive and accept myself. This will help reprogram the mind, the brain, which in turn programs the body, and it will just at least release the fear, flight or fight response. It will release the lymphatic system, release the circulatory system, release vitamins and minerals, and allow those to circulate around the body again, and allow your energy to recirculate around the body again, so you'll be feeling tired, worn out. I hope this helps. Please circulate around anyone that is saying, I've got back pain, I've got tinglings down my leg, maybe even stiffness in hands. They're just low mood, not coming out, you know, socialising at the moment. They are in the shame game. Return to innocence. You're not a wrong un, you're not a bad person. There's no such thing as right, wrong, good or bad. No such thing. We're just human beings made from pure frequency love, that infinite energy. This is just a drop of sand in the ocean of experiences that as energetic beings we can have. So screw it, let it go, you know, move on to the next experience, move on to the next lot of people, move on to the next location, wherever it is. Just keep moving, just keep changing. If you're having to make a hard decision and having to limit exposure to certain people in your life that are triggering you, that's okay to do that as well, or give zero fucks. You know, it's kind of like you can play it either way. Either limit your exposure to this person or give zero fucks. You play it how you want to play it. Apologies for language, but the thing is, if I use it in those terms, I know you're going to go away, smile, chuckle, and you're going to remember it when these instances come up. So just remember that, do you know what, judgment is coming in, I'm feeling shame and guilt in the body. Reset. Yeah, I can feel shame. Is it justifiable? No, shame is never justified. Guilt, yeah, have I done something? Shame, unworthiness, lowest vibrational emotion that we can have. So, you know, the saving this emotion to the last in the ascension to recognise, because it is quite a difficult one, and it has taken me probably about a year to get my head around this full picture, maybe even 2 years to get my head around this full picture of what have I learned through the emotion of shame. How does it feel in my body? How can I alchemize it? We'll be putting some workshops together around this as well, maybe some retreats, so watch out for those. So I hope this helps somebody in this situation at the moment. Lots of love.